A soul contract is a block, basically, that you have in your life. So somebody would realize that they have a soul contract if they keep failing at their businesses, or if they can't find the love they want in their life, or if they always feel alone, or they feel like they have to give to everybody else in order to be a good person. But it's a block, but what people don't realize is that it's actually kind of like a bookmark, and it's bookmarking a place in your life where you have to come back and learn a lesson. So if you have a soul contract around overgiving, where you feel compelled, the soul contract says you have to give to somebody else in order to be a good person. The lesson to learn on that would be you're a good person no matter what you give. So when you learn that lesson, you no longer feel compelled to give, and you get to release the soul contract.
It's funny too, because you're very little, and yet there's a part of you that believes that if you let anybody see all of you, you're way too much. Right now, you're believing that that's who you are, that you're a person who has a hard time showing up as fully you and being all of you. Nobody gets to see all of Brenda. So if you start tagging, oh, that's that soul contract, there it is again, it starts separating it from you. And when it separates it from you, it allows you to go, oh, that's not a part of me. That's not really me. Because like I said before, the real you is this perfect, beautiful, strong, powerful being. But that soul contract gets in there, and it's making you think you're not perfect.
When I'm working with an audience in a big event, I like to do group clearings on people. And I actually get a big kick out of it. The bigger the audience, the more people will feel the clearing.
So the next piece that we're going to do is I'm going to lead you through a clearing prayer. And this clearing prayer is intended to help you release all those soul contracts, all those energies that you've been working on throughout your life and even throughout other lives that you haven't yet released. You may feel stuff going on. I would say like 80% of people usually feel stuff going on.
It's one of my absolute favorite things to do. People are kind of looking at me like, what are we doing? What are you having me read out loud? What are you having me say? And then we do it one time, and people start feeling it. They start feeling the release of the energies that they were holding on to. They start feeling lighter and happier. I'll hear words. I'll hear a phrase in my head. Most of the information that I get tends to be what is called claircognizant information, which means I didn't see it, I didn't hear it, I didn't feel it, but it just dumps in my head and it comes out of my mouth. And I tend to do a lot of my work that way.
You have a soul contract of success, which sounds really awesome, but is really hard. Like when you're asleep, you're working. You know what I mean? It's like you're always thinking, always going. And if you aren't working on whatever this is that you're doing, you are feeling like it's not good, it's not okay. You know what I mean? You don't let up on yourself.
I don't connect with every single audience member, but I pick the people I'm most drawn to and actually give them a soul contract reading. And it's just a little mini one. It's not like the ones I do when we're working together for an hour in a private session, but it's kind of looking at the person, pulling up, okay, here's what soul contract is blocking you the most right now, and then here's what you could do to start working on loosening that energy so you can start releasing it. And people really like that. Often they're kind of amazed that I can just look at them and go, oh, here's what's sticking you up and making you not so happy right now. Because it's the way I read, it's just information that's almost like right there for them. It's kind of it's always readily available.